Hey everyone, welcome back. USS Payette tonight. Woohoo! Episode 7, by the way.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, at least no one went, ew, really? So I'll take that. Yeah.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Time flies. One of my other groups, the Goblins and Galleons, we've been doing some giveaways. So tonight, we're going to do a giveaway here. Leo, would you like to show off our wonderful giveaway? It's some HeroClix figurines from the movie cast, but really they look like all the cast, so it doesn't really matter. And they're just awesome. So we're going to give those away. We'll come up with a contest throughout the show, and then at the end of the show, we'll give you the question, and you're going to have to pay attention a little bit to watch and win. Yeah.
What, me?
What?
Pay attention. Pointing to my crew.
So
I thought you were telling me I had to win. I'm like, I can't win.
I thought about I should win. I thought of a way to do recaps. So once a game, I want you guys to all roll a d20, and not including tonight, but going forward, whoever recapped gets a bye from the next game. And they determine high or low wins.
Interesting.
Okay? So, I'm going to call it low this game. So, all four of you, I want you to roll. And then whoever gets the lowest is going to recap. And then next game, you'll have a bye. And you'll decide high or low for everyone else.
Rawhide. That's me.
All
I rolled a
right.
6. Yes, I can read dice.
All right. So,
Recap
do you want to
from
give a
last one.
recap from the last game? Yeah.
Well, it was kind of there was a whole story, but of course there was, Sam. That's
There
the
was a
point.
story.
Things,
Really?
things happen.
Oh my god, stories are amazing.
Condensed plot, tell it, right. So what happened last time is we had encountered the Borg in a nebula while we were just out exploring cool things. It happened to be between a spot where there was a lot of interference. So we came across it, and it was broken down, essentially. There was nothing was really working. So we explored it. Things went wrong. And it kind of woke up and figured it didn't like us, and that brought us to essentially the beginning of the next story, where we were caught in we had been caught in a tractor beam. We essentially overloaded our deflector to hurt the Borg and let us out, and then we blew up the gas in the nebula, which messed up the Borg, but messed us up as well. So now we were stuck in a spot where, this is finally the beginning of our last episode, where the Borg were mostly damaged, but not out of the fight. Our ship had no deflector, no warp drive capabilities, really badly beaten up. In trying to figure out how we can fix this so we can get away from the Borg, we ended up taking a search party, going back, and while over there we found out that the Romulans had been messing with it. They had hooked up a 0-point engine to it. And we managed to download some of the Romulan code that was on it. We managed to get the parts we needed to leave, but at that point the Borg attacked us. We lost a couple of crewmen, which was very sad, but also trying. In the end, the main crew, Sofik, myself, Gurkhan, Yesikov, as well as I think 2 other crewmen, got back on the ship. We lost at least 3 on the way out. And once back on the ship, we started to do repairs, at which point a Romulan warbird showed up. We did know that it was coming from our time on the Borg ship. They tractored the Borg thing away into nothingness, and that's when our relief ships come, and we're going to tow us back to Naranda Station, which is the station just outside of the nebula with a name I forgot at this point.
Shackleton Express.
Shackleton Expanse. Thank you.
Nice.
Well done. They tow us back. They were towing us back there, and that's kind of where we left off.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Before you go on, we got an audio problem.
Oh,
and
no.
I think I know what it is.
It's not on?
No, it's just down really low. So
now repeat the recap from start to finish.
Yep.
Exactly,
And
word to
one
word.
more time.
But do it in 30 seconds or less.
Yes. Borg, we shoot, tractor
Borg,
beam, blow them up.
blow 'em up. Yeah.
Our ship boom, their ship boom. Romulans steal the Borg, Federation steal us back home.
Yeah. Why say many words when fewer words best?
Yeah.
That was surprisingly correct, yet I think, more difficult to understand.
I was gonna say, really.
Think like orc. We boom, they boom.
All right.
Space
Even
orc is a spork.
So yes,
Please don't sue this case for a shot.
Bork.
Bork.
Federation, bring back.
Federation bring back. Ship called
Federation
Bork.
bring back.
Ship called Bork.
Yes.
Ship called Bork.
So this is the second ship we've destroyed, essentially.
This one seemed
Well,
a bit
okay,
better.
Mostly
so-
intact.
So we're gonna dive right in here. So the ship isn't a write-off. Yeah.
Small
So
victories.
it took heavy damage, but you did not take enough breaches for it to be a write-off. You were towed back to Naranda Station, and you all have extended leave.
I wonder why.
Right. Well, there's lots of repairs that have to be done. In that extended leave, Sofek decided that it would probably be best for him to return to Vulcan to try and center himself, if that's okay.
Yeah.
And you all decided, you know what? Vulcan is #1 in the Federation list of places I'd like to visit.
Oh,
I've never been.
I hear it's very warm.
I want to see it. I want to experience feats of Vulcan strength.
It would be nice to be around people who weren't so emotional, because my character is Betazed. For those who don't know, there was a lot of stressful situations in the past month.
Yes.
Might be a good time to introduce the characters.
Actually, I was going to do that right now. So why don't we go around the table? I'll start with you tonight.
Avanti.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm Vera Yesikov. I'm the Chief Security Officer at USS Payette.
I'm playing Gurkhan of House of Mata. I am the chief engineer of the USS Payette, Klingon on the Officer Exchange Program.
I'm Lieutenant Sofek, Lieutenant Junior Grade, Science Officer on the USS Payette.
I'm Commander Devin Zanni. I'm a Betazed, and I'm the captain of the USS Payette, or at least what's left of it.
The name stays strong. The ship may not.
Yes. And you, by the way, what's your reputation at?
We didn't do that last game.
Oh, we didn't. Oh, well, let's do it really quick.
I
right
was
now.
at 14.
Well, I mean, yeah, it'll help them show it, the in-game stuff.
So there's something in the game called reputation, and it basically helps determine like how well you do. Everything from what people in the Federation and Starfleet know about you to your rank and position, and you all did very well last game, I thought.
So we got the Prime Directive we completed for 1.
Yeah.
We got it's the Borg for 1.
Yeah.
I'm just putting these out for numbers. We did have casualties, so we don't get that one.
Correct.
But we
I mean,
we did go above and beyond
no.
for
I
one.
would have been shocked had you not.
I'm assuming all of us went above and beyond for 1.
Yes, you did.
That's at least 3 there. I don't know what the base number that we get is.
Well, because it's based on the positive influences. So we acted in accord with orders and directives.
Yep.
No one challenged a directive, did they?
Somebody
We
did
did
challenge a
it. So
directive.
that one gets pulled up.
Not a value, a directive.
Oh,
Oh,
no one challenged a directive.
Yeah.
No.
Prevented combat.
Started it.
Yeah.
Well, we did everything we could to prevent it by
Except,
running and fleeing.
No,
Except the
we-
captain.
The first one, we fled.
Yeah.
What's
We
up?
fired.
Personnel under your commander killed. -1 influence per character, main or supporting
Yeah,
killed.
that's me. So minus 50. No.
So you all lose 1.
Okay.
The 1 die goes away. So far we got 2.
Is it just a reputation or is it an actual die? Is it a die roll?
It's a die
Yes,
roll.
okay.
Cool.
So
So
we
you're
can-
up to 3 and down to 2.
yeah.
Resorted to lethal force without cause. We didn't.
No.
Yeah, we had cause.
Established an alliance with an enemy.
No.
Directly contributed to saving lives.
Well, they're Borg, so anything that the Borg do is fatal.
Pretty
We
much.
prevented the Borg from being Borgy.
No, I'm going to say no on
That's a
that
stretch.
one.
More like a leap.
By killing the killers, we reduced the number of killers.
Okay, Batman.
Yeah.
Or Punisher. That's the Punisher.
Acted above and beyond the call of duty.
I don't know. We could have taken off from the first time we saw the Borg.
I don't know.
Do you know what?
This
I'm
one's
gonna
at your,
I'm gonna say
discretion.
yes. I'm gonna say yes. You did.
Third one.
Okay.
Well, actually, we only went 2.
No, we
What?
started at 3 because we got the Prime Directive. We kept that.
That's the only one.
Oh.
Prime Directive, and then active above and Call of Duty.
Okay.
Again, so we only get 2 dice, and we
Yeah.
got to roll what?
for it.
And then we had taking unnecessary risks in the course of the mission.
I don't say they were unnecessary. It was either survive or do what we did.
I agree.
So we're at 2 dice. Yes.
Yeah, so we roll
Not great.
d20s equal to the number of positive influences, so 2 d20s.
And you're trying to go roll above your rep?
Do I have to do anything for challenging and value?
No.
Okay.
The only thing that happens with that is your value changes.
Okay.
Okay, you are wanting each d20 that rolls equal to or less than the character's reputation scores a success.
Equal to or less?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And each d20 that
Oh, yeah, I
rolls
forgot to
equal
say
to or
roll
less
low.
than the character's rank privilege scores an additional success, so crit.
Right, and the
So
rank
your
for- I'm
privilege-
3.
3.
If you're captain now, you're 4.
No, I'm commander.
Okay, commander,
Although I'm
so
captain
3.
of the ship.
3.
2.
Oh, Lieutenant Commander, so
Yeah.
2.
2.
I'm just
1.
a lieutenant.
You're still 2 then.
Okay. All right.
Alright, roll off.
Oh, okay. So Sam.
It's 2.
Just 2. I was at 19 because
I get 2. Almost criticals, but no. I'm at 19 now.
I get 1.
So I got a critical, and I'm at 15
so that's
currently.
yeah.
No, I'm at 17. So
Yeah,
that's
17, 18, 19, 20.
What?
She goes up by 2 and then 1.
I see what you did there.
so I'm up to 20.
No.
No.
You go up by 1, I believe.
Okay.
Because you have to succeed on... Oh, no.
She got 3 successes.
So she does go up to 20.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Oh shit.
I did mine wrong then. I thought it was...
And now you're up by 2?
Great.
You're at 19.
Great success. No, I'm at 21.
Oh, 21. I'm at 19. Because I took a hit early on. That and the fact that I'm Klingon.
And your reputation also allows you to like go up in rank and stuff, right? Once you
Yeah.
hit a certain level.
15.
Cool.
So you're at 14 now?
I'm 14, and I rolled equal to the negative influences, i.e. 1. So I stay where I am.
Yeah, you all have a negative influence, so it's not 3, it's 2. Right?
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
So I go up to 19.
I go to 20.
Not 29, but 19.
Cool.
But wasn't the negative influence just reducing the number of die?
Both. So
Oh.
some
You-
add a
you have
negative,
to
some take the
exceed.
dice away, and some actually add a negative to the successes.
Okay.
Yeah, what the negative is that's basically your difficulty.
Right.
That you
So
have to-
say you'd rolled no successes,
Mm.
you actually
then
put
your
down.
reputation would have actually gone down by 1.
Okay.
That happened to you at one point.
Yeah.
And me.
That's
So I went down twice. Because I
Sounds like,
rolled...
sounds like I'm not being nice enough. I'm being too nice to you. I think I just need to add more negatives and complications to this. You guys are too well known.
Well,
Well,
reputation doesn't
well
necessarily
known
mean
for what?
good
Everyone's like,
reputation.
what? For what, though?
Yeah.
Yeah, reputation...
We're,
I mean-
we're not quite on death
I
ship
mean,
level.
I mean,
Yeah.
we're known.
Yeah.
I
more
mean,
like infamous.
I mean, we've lost a quantum torpedo.
Yes.
We found a quantum torpedo, and then we blew up 2 Klingons by slingshotting a torpedo at them.
But we did save a bunch of Romulans.
We saved a bunch of Romulans by blowing up an asteroid that we shot our own ship from.
We didn't.
We
didn't
shot
blow
our
it
own
up.
sh-
We,
we-
no,
we-
we didn't blow it up.
The asteroid
No,
imploded,
Yes, but not from us.
and we did also shoot our own ship from said asteroid.
That was Beagle.
Nonetheless,
Speaking
was
of,
brought down.
speaking of torpedoes, we
That
get
is-
we get fitted with the new torpedoes now, right? Because we're in space
that'll be
space op.
retrofitted.
We need new button.
this button orange, this button green.
You hear Beagle from the back of the shuttle. All right.
Of course, we invited Beagle on the shuttle. I love that guy.
I just saw you all going, so I came along. I was bored on the station.
Awesome, Beagle.
I
Welcome.
always wanted to go to Vulcan.
Me too. I want to go
Did
to.
you know it's on the top places that Federation citizens want to go?
Is there a layover? Can Sofek jump off of Liza instead?
No, we duct tape him to the seat.
Okay, so one more kind of housekeeping stuff that we can do before we dive in.
Later.
You challenged the value.
I did, yeah.
Okay, so what was your value you challenged?
My value was protect your people. and I was faced with leaving a security officer behind on the Borg ship, or retreating.
Sorry, what?
And Yesikov decided to retreat
Yeah.
tactically.
Yeah.
So
So you ended up leaving 2 behind.
yes, sorry,
Yeah.
2 behind. One was dragged out of the shuttlecraft as the door closed. Very
Yeah.
dramatic.
So are you now gonna you need to replace that? 'Cause
Yeah.
You accepted the complication I gave you, so you got
Yeah.
the determination out of it to get it out of there.
Yeah.
What are you gonna replace it with?
I was thinking I would replace it with something called the Weight of the Dead.
The weight of the dead. Tell
yeah.
us more.
Sounds heavy.
So, Yesikov grew up on a failed colony, similar to Tasha Yar, grew up on a failed colony planet. She's seen death before. One of my other values is no stranger to violence. I was thinking about this, thinking that a good value might be weighing each situation to see how we could come out with fewer casualties. She doesn't want to see death anymore and will work actively towards not putting anybody's life in danger.
Okay. I'm good with that.
Is that kind of like a cost-benefit analysis? Like, well, I don't know how to explain that.
Yes, I
don't
got
know.
full load of spreadsheet for every instance.
Yeah.
Now, if we
One
look at
second.
No, like-
I need to do math.
I need
I need the math.
I need the math.
Pulls out
More
the
just
chalkboard.
like she wouldn't take unnecessary risks to put people's lives in danger.
Okay. Cool. So, Vulcan. Vulcan is awesome! It is super hot. Super dry. You land, the Science Academy is like, it's renowned. Beagle's like, oh, I'm gonna go check out the museums.
Beagle don't
And then-
touch anything. Eyes only.
Oh, I know. Look with your eyes, not with your hands. That's what my mom always used to tell me.
Your mom's a wise woman.
I said so too. Does anyone want to come to the museum with me?
Actually, I
Well,
kind of.
maybe laser.
No, I kind of want to go.
All right.
All right. Beagle, I gonna have an outing.
I'm getting captain time.
All right, sir.
I'm off duty.
Hey.
I wish you the best in your endeavors, Captain.
We're gonna have a blast. We're gonna get some of that Vulcan wine I've heard much about.
At the museum.
Some point we'll get there.
All right.
We'll rendezvous.
So, what are things that okay? So you're going to the museum.
Yeah, I totally want to
All
go
right.
see the museum.
I wasn't actually expecting that, but okay. How about you two? What are you guys gonna do?
Me?
Yeah.
Does the museum have any exhibits on Vulcan Ponfara weaponry?
Yeah, I want to go see that.
This is what you've done.
Like the
I know.
like the half spade
Oh,
with the
fuck.
stick on the back.
No, we're not ponfaring this game.
This game.
That was
This game.
well, yeah.
Got at least 3 to 4 years before that happens.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if there's maybe a potential vid recording of the classic battle between Spock and Kirk that happened on this planet.
Oh, you know what? Oh, I didn't. Can you hand me my dice bag, please?
You don't have
Not
any
bad.
dice.
Yeah, no, I didn't grab my dice. Yep,
Where did I put the beads? Where's
Yeah.
my determination at?
they're all over here. I actually have more of those. So.
Just noticed your shirt. This episode brought to you by Strategies, Games, and Hobbies.
But not.
Sort of.
But unless
Do
you
not
don't
affiliate
like
us with strategies in any
Yeah.
way unless if we get vulgar.
Yeah,
If we're high quality,
yeah.
Stefan, do you want to continue to have a place to live on Sunday?
Strategies not accept responsibility for anything that is said or done during this podcast.
No.
I just didn't take my shirt off because I don't want to.
we don't want you to.
Okay.
It would get you in character for Gurkhan.
Yeah.
I do have.
So
Oh, you've
here's
got another shirt
here's
over
tonight's directives.
Okay.
Anyways.
Yep.
All right.
We're focus.
So prime directive handed down, as always.
Thanks.
Now you also get. We're on holiday.
Yay!
Pass it down.
Please don't make incidents on my planet.
Do we get a third one?
I'm actually gonna call
We're
it.
here to
Sorry.
party.
I'm actually gonna call it on leave. Okay.
Okay.
On leave?
Yeah.
I'm gonna find a beach and try to see if I can find some old relic. That
There's
some
no
young
water
woman
on
wants me
this
to chase
planet.
around.
Very little water. Yeah.
Fine.
So as you start to say that, Beagle's like, "Did you know, sir, that the water was part of the reason why the wars were so harsh with the Civil Wars way back with Vulcan people?"
This museum trip is going to be excellent, Beagle. I love your research. Keep it up. And you're going to be more than an ensign soon.
All right.
You're gonna be a casualty.
Here's your red shirt.
You'll be a casualty.
You will be remembered.
Harsh.
Briefly.
I hope they remember you.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. So that totally broke my train of thought. I'm so sorry. Okay. So what are you doing?
Like I said, if the,
Ponfar weapons.
if the
Right.
museum has the thing, I'm gonna go with the
Do
captain.
you know what? Let's see. Let's see.
That's a 14.
It's a 14. The museum does have a historical discussion about Ponfar and its relationship with the Vulcan culture.
And the weapons and I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm going to the museum. It's interesting.
Road trip.
Road trip. Okay, how about you?
I want to go to the Vulcan Academy and just kind of like look around.
The Science Academy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I also assume that, like, is there like a training facility here? Like there's like the
There should
thin
be a gym,
air,
at
right?
least.
Yeah.
Like, Jessica was like, maybe I should train
Most
a little
planets.
here, condition myself to be able to fight on thin atmosphere planets.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. That's kind of cool. I get what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Like the Vulcans have their like judo thing, right?
Yeah.
Maybe
Their
go.
judo thing.
Yeah, you know,
Vulcan judo.
Vukudo.
pinch, throw,
Yeah.
Vukudo.
pinch,
Throw.
throw.
You already know the palm uppercut.
I do, yes.
Vulcan-
My
Don't
specialty
forget
is the Kirk
two-
the
yeah,
Kirk
the
double
two-handed.
fist. Yeah.
Yeah.
the classic haymaker.
Yeah.
It's super effective.
It's
I
super not.
well, when MacGyver did it and he spun himself 360 degrees
Hey,
when he
you know
landed
what?
that punch.
What? It was effective because Kirk downed them all. So
Yeah.
whatever, it worked.
Yeah.
Federation standard martial arts are a thing.
Double fist to the back of the neck, over and over and over again.
Okay,
Anyway.
so Science Academy or the military academy, like what would it be? Security. It would be the Vulcan Security Academy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go check that out.
Okay, and you?
Ponfar.
No, not Ponfar.
God damn
He's going home to his parents to get some
But
nice
we had
Vulcan
shirts
tea.
made.
So I figure if I can be like super sort of Vulcan cliche,
Yeah.
probably a trip to Mount Silla.
All right. Yeah. I'm going to go to Mount
I
Silla to
remember that.
Yes, clear my mind.
Do you remember that?
Vulcan.
After all, I was infected with, although defunct, Borg nanobots.
Yeah, they're still kind of affecting your system too.
As a trip to the mountain.
That's right.
By system, he means body.
And brain.
Because you're not a computer. Kind of.
Take some steroids. Call me in the morning.
Yeah.
Not the doctor.
Not a doctor.
So, all right. So, you kind of forced my hand, so I'm going to do the same back. What is the one exhibit that you liked the most at the museum? And hold on, before you get too crazy, Vulcan.
No, I actually had something and I
Okay.
just lost it.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I like engines. So, history of spacecraft.
Oh, okay, yeah. So there's a lot of stuff about the evolution of the Vulcan ships, and how their design kind of tied into the sort of Federation Starfleet design. But they kept a lot of their own stuff
To themselves,
for them
yeah.
for themselves for their own. Well, even now, so they still have like the Vulcan Defense Force. Is still kind of like its own independent fleet within. Yeah, it's pretty cool. The way I kind of always saw the Federation was it was kind of like the UN.
Yep.
So everyone contributes to Starfleet, but you can have your own independent force if you want it. It made sense to me. So yeah, they've got like multiple kind of like. There's a great big discussion about the first few years of Starfleet and
And their integration and not wanting to give too much, and
Yeah,
then
yeah, yeah.
how the Federation sort of progressed and how they first living
Yeah.
and how Vulcans still kept themselves stuff. But also, I'm interested in the evolution of Vulcan ships and how they first got like warp drive and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. So it talks all about that.
Nice.
Yeah, about how after they went logical, things started progressing much faster. So in only a few generations, they went from being fairly nomadic to city dwelling and urban, and then literally like a few generations after that, the tech just kind of like it's advancing the same way we are now, right? Like we hit that kind of like
Every 10 years, there's something like amazing.
big, yeah, exactly, yeah.
Cool.
How
I
about
never thought about strapping 2 engines together, though. Sad.
how about you?
The Vulcan honor combat rituals and how similar they are to Klingon.
Oh yeah,
Like how they would have the one-on-one honor duels with specific weapons that are not functional anywhere else, except Klingon weapons are functional everywhere. And how this emotionless, really restrained species would have savage, snarling gladiatorial duels with crowds watching them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, they needed an outlet, and gives me a little bit more insight into our science officer and what I can do to get him to let loose a bit.
Oh dear.
Romulan ale is now banned on the ship.
Klingon
What was it
bloodwine,
before?
isn't it?
It was just ignored.
I mean, once you capture as many Romulans as we have,
True.
some of them might have ale on board.
How about you? What was your sort of like highlight of your day at the security academy?
I think it would be very similar to Gurkhans, where I'd be watching them do their training routines, and the like precision and like fluidity of the Vulcan judo, whatever it's called. They have their like martial arts or whatever, right? Coming from like a fighting background that's very emotional and like protection oriented, and seeing their training would probably be the highlight of my visit.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Somebody knows what the Vulcan martial art is called. Please
really
peg
know.
it. Give it up.
Oh yeah. I'm sure that will be in the chat at some point.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping. Do you remember we had somebody chatting with us, like with almost everything we were doing.
Yeah.
I
I don't know.
No, it's okay. It was just really neat.
Yeah, it was fun.
So
I do have the chat open, and I will respond if you ask questions.
yeah, chat away with us. We enjoy the integration. Okay, I lost my page for what I needed, and I am just gonna ignore it.
What is Beagle like?
Oh my god! So Beagle was right into the history of it. Like Beagle was fascinated with the fact that they were like super emotional, super hardcore, and that there were mind lords. And he was like, he kept. Oh, could you imagine if Sofek were a mind lord? Oh, he'd be so angry all the time. I think he is anyways, but he would be so angry all the time. It'd be amazing. Look, they fought against each other.
I know, but then they made these cool engines. Isn't that sweet?
Oh yeah, they're great. But they're mind lords, man.
That's really weird, right? We kind of had something like that on Beta Z, but then everybody got uppity and was like, no, that's not cool.
That's what happened here.
Right?
But here they just kind of went, meh. We're going to ignore it now because you can't control us. I thought that was kind of cool too.
They're the hipsters of the mind world.
His name was Savick? No. Oh, I don't remember. I read it in there, but I can't remember now.
Spock's dad, Savick? That
Oh,
doesn't
no.
seem right.
Sarek.
That's Sarek. Anywho.
So, I actually know. Please, it's character. So he reads everything just a little bit off, and every single fact he shares with you is just a little bit wrong, even though you just went through the exhibit.
I am not a historian on Vulcan things, so I
No.
I
But
will forget
it'll
some
be
of
like
it.
right there, and you'll read it, and he'll start talking about it, but he'll get things backwards. Like, yeah.
I'm not going to correct him.
Beagle's actually
Of course you're
dyslexic.
Nope.
But Beagle, yeah. Yeah, he
Poor
is.
Beagle.
Aw.
I like Beagle.
But Beagle is like he's into it. Like he's really digging
Very
the story.
enthusiastic.
Yeah. And he
Awesome.
found it fascinating that and he even uses that word now. So he starts like, this is
Fascinating.
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 Yeah. And he starts. He really enjoyed reading about the way that the humans and the Vulcan relationship changed the direction that Vulcans were going. He thought that was kind of neat.
They should become somewhat more emotional. It might make them more compassionate.
It did. So it was almost like the human compassion tempered the Vulcan logic and allowed for the Federation to be formed. But before that, they were like sort of not really well respected within the galaxy because they always said this is our way or no way.
Yeah.
And then we came along and went, well, we're going to do it anyways.
Did it better?
Blooded hobgoblins. That's the human way.
Yeah.
It's just an exhibit on human racism.
No. Oh my God, no.
Joking. Jokes.
No.
What?
I mean jokes, but we are racist.
Okay.
We're racist to ourselves.
You know
too.
what? Human. It's called the difficult period. That's what it's. That's the name of the air. They named that 10-year gap.
Yeah.
The
difficult period.
Yeah.
Quaint.
Yeah. Okay. So, how about you on Mount Soleil? What was it like? Kind of like trying to. So, the way I see this, and you can take it or leave it because it is your character. But your character was like super violated. Even if it didn't work, that was like an invasion of everything, right? And they tried to turn you to a damn Borg. And Vulcans don't show emotion, but they do have emotion. So I always figured that after the like, sure, it might have fixed your system a little bit, but they're still there, and it would have kind of pushed that kind of like borderline emotional outburst. Because there was a couple moments in the last game where you were like, okay, just do it. Right? And I don't know if anyone else caught it, but there was a couple moments when I don't know if you meant to or if it was more just laying along and going into it and getting excited about the game, but it seemed to work. Yeah.
Both.
But it seemed to work. So I figured that you'd be sitting there trying to like really actually trying to retrain yourself to eliminate some of the emotion that's been coming up. Would that be accurate?
Yeah. No, I just picture Sofek like just sitting cross-legged on the floor, like overlooking the landscape on the mountain, and just see like fists clenching and facial twitches of like grimaces or like frowns and like kind of the curling of the lip to show like snarling almost.
Yeah. I love it. Okay, so I want you to please make a presence and
Presence or control?
First, give me a presence and command. Oh, presence and security first. Sorry.
Presence, security. One success.
Okay. And now you can make a control, and this would be probably command, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or medicine.
Command is more like mental stuff. Like I'm trying to convince.
It is.
Command is almost like convincing people.
Yeah.
There you go.
2 successes.
Okay. So as you kind of like, it's only been a day here, right? So you've had to struggle with this on the trip over. Everyone kind of gave you a wide berth because 1, you're a Vulcan, and 2, they knew that you had gone through this thing, right? But you know, runabouts are only so big, and you guys would have that's probably why you all split as soon as you hit the planet, right?
And it's not a short trip.
It's not a short trip,
especially because we're going from the eastern quadrant.
You're going from the end of the beta quadrant.
So it might have been like
taken like a month or so, probably.
Yes, unless we had gotten charter on a bigger ship at some point.
Well, we can say runabouts can go pretty quick too. So
yeah, but I'm saying that at some point we might have been like, can we dock with that big ship to get some fuel, food, and actually go for a run?
Yeah, I probably would have been exactly that.
I hope the sonic showers work.
Yeah. In that, your first day, it's just been like, it was rough. But you're starting to get it. Why don't you give me the same 2 rolls again for the second day? The second day, are you guys going to go back to the museum, or how are you going to... Let's say over the next 4 days is kind of what we're going to do next.
Well, I've done my trip to the museum, so I think I'm going to go to...
My trip to the museum.
I've seen what I wanted.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed it.
I love
I felt great about it. I only bought a 1-day pass, and I'm not going to spend more money.
Okay.
What made a lot?
Currency is not a thing on Vulcan.
It is on Konos. So that's why I've been...
You hand like a chip to the
I'm
Vulcan
an old
security
Klingon
officer.
who was
Yeah.
born and raised on the home planet. I
Keep
have
it
certain
as a
things
tip.
built into me. I'm gonna go to
That's rude.
see if there's. I don't know if there actually would be anything like Vulcan entertainment, like movies
There
or
is.
anything.
There's-
A concert.
There are. So there are concerts.
Okay.
There is Vulcan opera.
I'm gonna go to opera because I'm a fan of Klingon opera, so Vulcan opera can't be that bad.
Okay. No. That's great. Okay. How about you?
Oh, I want to hit up some bars.
Okay. So there is a bar in
Okay.
this city.
Sure.
Yeah. And in this single bar, we're gonna call it. We're gonna call it Red Alert.
Okay.
Yeah, it's called Red Alert.
Yeah.
So it's built specifically for Federation people who are
Oh,
coming
yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the
No.
Vulcans have no need for a bar.
Yeah.
It's not logical.
I feel like they would have like a place where you could go and get a drink and have philosophical discussions.
There are definitely, but this is not that place.
Oh, okay.
This is like a proper bar.
Like a bar.
Yeah. So you walk in and you see races from all across the Federation here.
All right. So I go and have some fun.
Tell us what your fun is.
Oh, okay. I likes interacting with all sorts of people, so I'd see if I can mingle and maybe introduce myself to some people and hear some stories about what's happening in the Federation. Maybe gather some information if anybody's heard anything about like mercenaries that attacked us.
Oh.
Okay.
You know, like just pick up the gossip, pick up some news, pick up a lady or a dude, you know, whatever.
Still being security while off duty.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And then
Okay.
having some fun.
I love it. It's a great time. How long do you spend at the Red Alert? Like, do you spend a good couple nights there?
Yeah.
Yeah? Nice. Okay. How about you?
Meditation spa.
Really?
Yes. I need to work out some of my own problems upstairs.
So you have never in your life been so quiet. It's almost to the point where it's like unnerving because it's so quiet. Not just like audially, right? Like there's like I always thought the Vulcans would have pretty cool calming music. I thought like even though the harp stuff that but I thought that the harp stuff that they had Spock play in the series was a little bit like probably not what it sounds like,
Yeah.
but I imagine that it would be like very not symmetrical. What's the word? Like the tempo is
Monotone?
perfect, and
Yeah.
no, the
No,
tempo is
it's-
everything is very like strategic, I guess.
Right.
But it works, and you find your zen, and you are just like one with yourself, which in and of itself is probably a little bit terrifying for Zen.
I've never been alone in my own head.
No, exactly.
Oh, so that's what it's like in here.
Yeah.
Huh.
The spa is great though.
Yes. I will spend a couple days there for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So can I have the same rolls actually from all three of you? I didn't do it while I should have done it while we were doing stuff. So can all of you please make a presence and security roll?
Okay.
And then his was specific to him. I will let you choose what kind of roll you want to make. Should you want to institute anything to happen? Do you know what I mean?
Okay. So presence and command.
Presence
For the
and
first
security.
roll, and then there's
Presence
a
and
second
security.
roll.
Okay.
That we
The
get
second
to choose?
roll. Yeah. So the way I see it is, I'm trying to kind of like make this a little bit more open rather than me always forcing you to make rolls.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I want you guys to feel encouraged to be like, I'm gonna make a blah 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 and blah 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 roll to see if this happens.
Mm.
So rather than me saying where are you going and then having to come up with something, you're gonna help me kind of create as we go.
Okay.
And I figured for something like this, where we're on like kind of a leave, I have a story, but I want to see how it kind of integrates into what you have thought your character might do.
Cool.
Is that cool?
Yeah, yeah.
Sure.
Okay. So presence and security first.
2 successes.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my daring and security to see if I can do the day one, to see if I can like start mimicking the actions of the fitness and security, then to start mimicking the actions of how they fought with their weapons in the Ponfar training or videos of how they were using it, and seeing if I can be like, okay, I know a bit about this fighting style now, and I can probably utilize a weapon like this and maybe train with Sofek.
Yeah, I like that. That's cool. Okay.
2 more successes.
Okay. So you're pretty good, but it's not quite there. You know, like so. You're able to get like.
I mean, would that be hand to hand though for that?
Yeah.
So that's 3 successes.
Oh, okay.
Because I have focus and hand to hand.
Then yeah, all right. So you would do pretty good. Yeah. Okay.
I wouldn't beat somebody who's trained in it, but I can kind of not look like a fool.
Yeah, I get that. All right. That works for me. Sorry, my battery is.
So my presence and security, I have 1 success.
Sorry, everyone. You have to just give me a moment. My computer is about to die, and I don't know why.
It's not getting the power from the power cord?
No.
Technical difficulties.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby and buy ourselves a drink.
I have.
That's really not good.
These are pretty
Yeah,
cool.
because we might be shut down early tonight.
Well,
Well,
my brand new computer shouldn't not be recharging.
this should be under warranty too, but yeah, that's not cool. Is it the outlet?
No.
Can we try a different one?
Try flipping that plug upside down.
Sulu has a rapier in this.
Really?
Yeah.
You get the folding katana.
It's so funny.
Oh.
It's got a sword, but I'm assuming it's supposed to be a rapier.
I think the movie it was a katana.
It was also folded out.
Yeah, that's right.
Folded out from
I
a
totally
thing.
forgot about
Okay,
that.
everyone. I'm sorry. We're gonna go to a quick break. I'm so sorry. I have to figure this out, and I really hope we'll be back.
Thanks.
Ponfar.
Papa!
Hi everyone, so we're back. Okay, so we have a bit of a problem tonight. So it looks like my computer power cord is broken. So that's awesome. Microsoft, I expected more of you from a computer that's less than 3 months. In the meantime, we're going to... what I want to do is, because I've only got like 10% of my battery left on my computer, and I want to at least have the story set up for tonight, even though it's a very short game. How did you do in your presence rolls really quick?
I did great. Got 2 successes.
2 successes?
1 success.
1 success?
2 successes.
2 successes. Okay. So, unbeknownst to all of you, because I needed 3 for this one, and the reason I didn't tell you this one time like I normally do is because there's been people spying on each of you. And as you guys kind of congregate later that night, a Vulcan walks into the room that you're all... Because I figure you guys would be sharing like probably a suite or a selection of rooms.
A couple of linked rooms like in a hotel, I guess.
That's what I'm kind of thinking.
I have a private No, I'm kidding. Master suite.
So a Vulcan walks in and looks at you and says, "I've heard of your ship. I've heard of your crew's ability to get things done, and I require assistance. The rumors you heard, nothing about the pirates, but you did hear a whole bunch about the Maquis.
Okay.
Whole bunch. That there is trouble brewing with the Maquis and the Klingons. There's trouble brewing with the Maquis and the Romulans, and it sounds like what they're doing is they're trying to infiltrate the other groups to get them angry at the Federation, to get the Federation off the Maquis' back and focused on the other things."
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay. But this Vulcan looks at you and says, "I understand you've been experiencing some problems."
Is this guy in our private quarters?
He's in our congregation.
Outside.
Oh, okay.
He knocked.
So he kind of like knocked
Oh,
on the
okay.
door
Right,
and he
right.
just started
He
speaking.
just walked into our living room
Yeah.
and started
Yeah.
talking to us.
Well,
I'm
like a
excuse
Vulcan
me.
would, right?
Yeah, wouldn't put it past them.
Yeah.
It's the most efficient way to start a conversation.
Yeah, so this guy seems to be emphasis on the efficient and less on the any kind of courtesy at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was infected with Borg nanobots briefly, and some are still residual in my system.
Well, that is unfortunate.
Yes.
Are you in control?
I am in control. They were luckily not fully effective.
And your allies, are they able to omit certain details from logs should I make a request?
They are all my superiors in Starfleet, so I cannot speak for them.
Also, we're right here. Hello.
Hello.
You can address us if you need something from us. Also, we will not put Starfleet in any jeopardy.
You are human, yes?
Yes, duh. I am human.
I'll continue to speak to you. And then it kind of like the Vulcan kind of stops, looks at you, and kind of thinks. On second thought, I require your assistance.
To do what?
I've found something, and I'm not sure who to tell. Since you're not currently on duty, this is not a Starfleet matter.
And you require us to omit certain details if possible?
Exactly.
Well, it is Starfleet protocol to help those who are in need.
I would also say, though, Captain, circumstances should dictate what is told and what is not.
Can you roll a... What would we do for like a memory, like a history check? What do you think that would be?
I think it'd be like reason or insight. Sorry, insight and command. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll let you choose, insight or reason.
Reason.
Okay.
2 successes.
Okay, so as he says his name, Telek, it instantly kind of like clicked something. You two went through your childhood academy, like your elementary school kind of and high school equivalent together.
You mean the spot in the remake where there's the pits?
What's the,
Yeah.
What's the year right now?
2370,
Ish.
2370, I think.
72,
71, 70, yeah.
Let's go with 70, 2370.
You were in the class of 2028.
I was. We worked
Or
together many
27,
times.
20.
Our parents decided that it was a good idea for us to spend time together.
Yes, I do recall the forced interaction of others.
Sounds
I
thrilling.
agree. I do remember our time together was agreeable, and when I saw you were back on Vulcan, I decided that you might be someone that could assist me.
That's high praise from a Vulcan, right?
I believe so, sir.
Nice Vulcan face. At the very least, I can hear you out as we did attend class at the same time. I cannot, however, speak for the others.
I have found what looks like a bunker in an old ruined city of Sarek days.
Interesting. Could be a deep archaeological find. Something about the past of the Vulcan people.
Yes, it looks to be something. I went into archaeology after the Science Academy, and it looks to be a bunker that was made to hold out against. Sorry, I have the stutter. The Vulcan does not. Made to look like something that the pre-mind lords would have used in order to hide their assets and or ready assaults.
Why can you not simply take this to the archaeology committee?
Because it looks like it has been maintained.
I think this bears investigation, but since it is your shore leave, I'll not order you to do this.
And since what is your rank, sir?
I'm commander, which is the captain of the USS Payette.
Do you have access to captain files?
I do. Why?
Well, because what I'm about to say is classified.
Oh, I forget what class.
Classified
What
by...
I forget what clearance we gave him. It was
7?
I think it was I think it was 7 or 8. I have clearance up to level 7 for Starfleet files.
And this is why I need to know if you can omit certain details. I don't trust what's happening on Vulcan. I need somebody who's of but not is Vulcan, is but not of Vulcan to help.
In this case, if it could be a threat to the Federation, I think, or the destabilization of Vulcan, I think that could bear at least investigation, even if in secret.
I believe so, sir.
And I did have a good time with the last bunker we found in an old ruined city.
A short time ago, there was an attempted coup in Vulcan by the Romulan High Command.
That makes sense.
They attempted an invasion of Vulcan from Romulus using Vulcan ships and Vulcan people here on Vulcan. The USS Enterprise managed to stop the attack. However, I don't believe that they completed the task that we thought was finished.
You believe there's a remnant still on Vulcan working in secret to accomplish the original goal?
I do, and I think that they are using that bunker.
If that's the case, then this may not be a Starfleet matter at the moment. It definitely will be.
It is potential. Vulcan is quite close to Earth.
You understand my need for silence? Secrecy.
Secrecy, yes.
Well, we wouldn't, in this instance, if they are integrated into the Vulcan High Command or even a part of Starfleet, yes, we understand the secrecy. We've operated under those conditions before. I could take this on as a part of my command and only, if necessary, report it to trustworthy sources if the information bears fruit.
I would appreciate that.
Beagle?
Yeah,
no
sir.
logs.
Oh.
But we're going to see some
Beagle,
cool
like,
ones.
literally just kind of pokes his head in. Huh?
Also, get the truck ready.
You should watch these Vulcan soap operas. Very dry.
Thank you, Beagle.
You can't turn away. It's like a train wreck.
did it even entail? No, never mind.
Yeah. I
Go
don't
get
know.
the truck ready.
All right. Okay, Beagle goes off to get the truck. And unfortunately, I'm down to 5%, so that is where we have to end it. So you have a job, you're not going to report it?
Not unless there is a threat, a direct threat to the Federation or Vulcan, at which point we'll take appropriate steps.
Okay. We'll announce the question that is going to be... I'm still going to give the prize away. We'll announce the question... on the GM Tim on Twitter and probably Instagram both. And you'll have until our next game to give us the answers. 2 weeks, yeah. And we will have a working computer by then because I actually require this to do my job. So, thanks for watching, everyone. I'm really sorry it's a short night. Thanks for playing, guys. I'm really sorry it's a short night. That's it. We'll see you guys in a couple weeks. We'll be back in 2 weeks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Nice.
Peace.